What's up, brand builders? Stephen Hurahan here at BrandMasterAcademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn 10 marketing mistakes that will kill your brand so you can avoid the pitfalls that most businesses make and stop throwing time, effort and money down the drain. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond those visuals using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to fast track your results, make sure you grab the Pro Brand Strategy Blueprint. It's a free download. The link is in the description. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you have your hands on a brand. You might have your hands on multiple brands. You might be very experienced in the marketing space, or you might be completely new to it. Me personally, when I got into it and I became completely new to it, I made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of these mistakes cost me a lot of effort. It cost me a lot of time, and it cost me a lot of money as well. So I want to share some of those mistakes with you and share my experiences with you. So hopefully you can avoid those same mistakes and start getting some results quicker for your brand. Mistake number one, jumping straight into tactics. Now, it seems to me, through my experience and the business owners that I've spoken to, that a vast majority of business owners have this broad idea of what they need to do to bring a brand to market. And it goes something along the lines of this. They need to get a brand identity. They need to get a website. They need to get a handful of social pages. And then they need to start marketing their business. They jump on to the likes of Facebook ads and they start learning about Business Manager and campaigns and different campaign levels and how to get their ads live. But the reality of it is that they're not ready to market their brand yet. They don't actually have a brand. Yes, they have a brand identity system. Yes, they have a website, but does that mean they have a brand? No, they don't, because they don't have a brand strategy. And they don't have a marketing strategy either. So they don't have the rules set in place as to what they're trying to achieve, how they're going to go about that, and they jump into the tactics. And when things start to go wrong, they believe it's the tactics that aren't working. They believe that Facebook ads don't work. So in my experiences, a lot of business owners really do have this overarching belief that that's what you need to do. But before you go jumping into the tactics, you need to have your ducks in a row. You need to have your brand sorted. You need to have a brand strategy and you need to have a marketing strategy. Mistake number two, broad targeting. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Small businesses are not a defined enough target market for you. People don't associate with small business owners. I don't associate myself as a small business owner. Am I a small business owner? Yes, I am, but I don't associate as that. I associate as a brand strategist or a branding specialist. And if somebody addresses me, if somebody has an ad or a piece of marketing and they address me in their title or they address me in the beginning of their video, I know, I can feel that they're speaking directly to me. They're speaking directly to my challenges, and I will take notice of what they're actually saying. If they address me as a small business owner or try and get my attention by addressing me as a small business owner in their title, in their headline, in their introduction to their video, they're not going to get my attention. So you really need to define who it is that you're trying to target and get very specific so they feel that you're talking directly to them. Mistake number three, creating content to tick a box. Now, let's be honest, there is enough content out there. We are not short on content. Nobody wakes up in the morning and thinks to themselves, God, there's not enough content in the world. There's plenty of content in the world. In fact, there's too much content in the world. We do not need more content. What we do need is better content. So before you sit down to write a piece of content, don't just bash it out for the sake of it. Think about your audience, think about the challenges that they have, and try to create the best piece of content you can to actually help them. Mistake number four, trying to be everywhere. Now, there is a segment of the community that believe in the philosophy that you need to be everywhere as a brand. But chances are, if you're starting off or you're building a small brand, you will have limited resources. And if you try to go out there and be everywhere, if you try to create a Facebook page and a LinkedIn page and an Instagram page and a Twitter page and Snapchat and TikTok and every single page that you can get your hand on, if you try and do Facebook ads and Google ads and display ads, if you try to be everywhere, you're going to dilute your efforts. Now, of course, big brands, they have big budgets, they have armies of people that can help them to be everywhere. And of course, there are benefits to that. But starting off as a small business, if you try to follow those big brands, you're going to trip yourself up. Instead, focus on where your audience are most engaged and commit to going all in on where they are most engaged. Mistake number 5, undefined positioning. Now, these days, you have to actually mean something to your audience. You have to give them a reason. If you simply show up to the marketplace and try and offer to the market what's already being offered by your competitors, if you regurgitate what your competitors are saying and just try to make up the numbers, try to be another presence in the market without doing anything new, without offering your audience an alternative to what's already out there, that is the fastest way to blend in. You really need to take the time to define the position that you want to own in the market, that you want to own in the mind of your audience, and make sure your messaging backs that up. Make sure your messaging communicates that to your audience and give them a reason to turn towards your brand. Mistake number 6, asking too early. Now, today, the way we buy, the way we make buying decisions, the way we purchase as consumers, it has dramatically changed in the last 20 years. 20 years ago, brands were able to send out messages and expect those single messages, that single touch point to drive action and get results. Today, that has completely changed. It is very rare today for a brand to be able to send out a single message and get that to drive significant results. Today, you really need to think about the modern consumer and how they digest information, how they make buying decisions. And it's all about giving value. And there's a great book by Gary Vee called Jab, 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 Right Hook. If you haven't read it, make sure you read it. It's still very relevant today, although it's many years old, but it's all about giving that value first, showing up to your audience and showing them that you understand their challenges, you understand what they're going through, and showing them that you have the level of expertise to be able to help them and give them that value. Give it to them time and again before you ever ask for that transaction. Mistake number 7, aggressive landing pages. Now, if you do all the hard work and you actually drive traffic towards your website, towards your landing page, when somebody gets there, it's very easy to sense that there's a sale going on. Now, of course, we all know subconsciously there is a sale. There is going to be some kind of ask, but you don't have to set your stall out like that. You don't have to be so aggressive with your massive headlines and your aggressive colors and your aggressive content. Let the copy do the work. The copy is the most influential part of your brand. And if you take the time to craft a well-defined message, well-defined copy, then that is what will do the work for you. So tone it back a little bit with your aggression on your landing pages and let the copy do the work. Mistake number 8, undefined messaging. Now, if you've seen my content before, you know I'm a big proponent of brand strategy. And the reality of it is that most brands, they don't have a strategy. They haven't taken the time to define exactly who their target audience is, how they're going to be positioned in the market, the personality that they're going to bring to the market, the characteristics that they're going to use to resonate, and then the key messages that they're going to use to shape the mind of their audience in the way that they want their brand to be seen. If you don't have a defined method for your messaging, then going into the market is a big mistake. Marketing will kill your brand if you haven't taken the time to define your brand messaging. So make sure you take that time and don't go to the market with undefined messaging. Mistake number 9, ignoring the value of repeat business and brand loyalty. Now, one of the hardest tasks in branding and in marketing is getting that attention. It is really hard to get that attention because there are so many competitors, and you know this yourself. You see these marketing messages all over the place. Everybody's screaming for your attention. That attention is one of the hardest things to get. And once you achieve that attention, you still have a long way to go to convert those prospects into customers. And what most businesses do is they treat their sales as one-night stands. They think they are only after the sale, and once they get that sale, they move on and they keep going. They try to get more and more sales, but they don't take the time to realize that that sale that they have just made is far more likely to buy more things from them than chasing more new business. So take the time to really define exactly how you're going to nurture that sale, how you're going to nurture that customer and that client, and make sure that you make the most of them and give them the opportunity to purchase more and many times more from your brand. And mistake number 10, overlooking micro commitments. Today, you need to seduce your audience. You can't just expect to go in for the kills straight away. You need to take the time to nurture them. You need to raise that brand awareness. You need to show up and allow the 7 to 8 touch points that's necessary today for them to take your brand seriously. So don't go in for the kill straight away. Don't ask for that sale straight away. Take the time to nurture them. Write a blog post, send them to that blog post and allow them to digest that. Send them to a video, allow them to digest that, and really take the time to give that value time and again. And these little asks, these little micro commitments are far more easier to commit to by a consumer than a sale, than a transaction of some kind. So really give them multiple opportunities to make those micro commitments, and each micro commitment will guide them along. It will train your audience to say yes to more things from you, and they are all opportunities for you to give value. If you give value every single time you offer a micro commitment, when it comes time for that ask, whether it's an email or a sale, they'll be far more likely to take you up on your offer. Now look, on the face of it, modern marketing is easy, right? Everybody has access to a laptop or a phone, and all you need today is a Facebook ads account, and you can get your message in front of those people quite quickly at a pretty cheap rate as well. But it is the nuances in marketing that is the difference between success and failure. And if you don't understand those nuances, you are going to make tons of mistakes. Those mistakes will cost you time, they'll cost you effort, and they'll cost you money. So make sure you take the time to understand the mistakes that you should avoid. And the next time you go to write an ad or write a piece of content, filter them through those mistakes, make sure you're avoiding them. And if you do, you will achieve far greater success much quicker with your marketing. But I would love to hand it back over to you. I would love to hear about your biggest mistakes when it comes to marketing. What mistakes did you make when it came to your marketing? Was there a mistake that was costly in terms of time or effort or money? And did that cost you your business, or did that cost you your brand? If you have any challenges at all when it comes to marketing or making those mistakes, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer all of those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. It'll let you know when I've got new videos coming out. If you want more actionable brand strategy tips and techniques to grow your business, make sure you head on over to BrandMasterAcademy.com and get yourself signed up for that list. It is free and it keeps some exclusive content for that list as well. If you're interested in brand strategy and building brand strategies from scratch, there are plenty of downloads on there as well. So get yourself involved. But as I said, I'd love to hand it over to you. I'd love to hear about your challenges, about your experiences. As I said, I'll do my best to answer all of those. Until next time, brand like a master, and I'll see you in the next video.